All right, so next up we got Ethan. um, let's talk strengths first, Ethan. First off, strength is your attitude. You know, you're willing to listen, you're willing to learn. The second strength is your length. Obviously your athleticism, and then your energy. It's strength when you're using it, but you know sometimes you're not always using it. And you got to realize you have more length than most people, and you have more athleticism than most people. So if you're not playing with energy, you're not using those strengths. So we'll talk and show some clips on that as we get into the video. Weaknesses. You got to do some of the more of the fundamental things that we're being taught, like walling up. You know, a lot of times you're out of position. Uh, you don't realize what your length does. You don't value your length, meaning like you putting your hands up and contesting a shot, even if you don't block it, you don't realize how much it can change somebody's shot. So therefore, you don't do it consistently. The fundamentals, and I'm just talking footwork, passing, pivoting, all those little things, and possessions, catching, your placement. You know, we use the word PVAD. You know, positioning, vision, anticipation, and decision making. Um, Basketball IQ needs to get a little higher, and then consistently finishing off of 2 feet. All right, so we're about to dive into some of those things. We'll start off with some of the fundamental things that I like to see. So right here, first clip. Okay, that's a good solid screen. It's a 1/3 screen, so that's perfect. And that's why you're gonna end up so wide open. But we got to catch it, and it's slightly behind you. But a clean catch will allow you to get a chance for an and one and a foul, and not just the foul. Um, this clip, I like this, and these all count as fundamentals. It's a sprint into a screen, but you set it. Remember, the back of your head is where you're telling people to go. So fundamentally, that's not a good screen, especially since you didn't have to set it at this angle. You could have set it at the angle that we practiced, which would have been on this side, and would have made you more open. But nonetheless, this isn't a great team, so you still end up open. When you get the ball here, there's no need to dribble. You need to learn how to just jump from there and just finish over the top of these two guys. You're trying to get all the way to right underneath the basket, and you don't have to. The other thing is, and this I wouldn't consider it a fundamental, but how to shorten your dribble so you can save this possession. You dribble the same height every time, bounces, and that gives that guy time to go after the ball. So this is a good pass by Adolphus too. You just got to go up right there. No dribble. All right, so fundamentals would allow you, if nothing else, to get the ball up on the rim. All right. So we're about to run Texas. Nehemiah and Cam well, not Cam, Nehemiah got to watch his throws. That's a direct pass, should be a bounce or a slight lob. But remember on this is part of knowing where to go. You got to walk the guy up so you have more room. All right. That's a great curl right off of his hip. All right. And we got to just throw better passes. But because of that, you got to learn how to do this without traveling. All right. And your right foot kind of slides, and your left foot is what's considered your pivot. All right. So let's rewatch that one more time. All right. But all the way up to that point, you did well until you traveled at the end. Most refs, I don't even think would have called it, but they did. And technically it's a travel. So got to clean it up. So this is another possession. First of all, we're running Texas. Jackie's not spaced all the way to the corner like she should be. So this guy could run up and get it, but you should be up here so you can receive your pass. And remember, you see how Cam's kind of turned this way? He needs to have his forearm up against his chest, but your back is turned to the basket. So now you can't see the basket. So guess what you're going to do? You're going to travel so you can see the basket. All right. All right, and then we throw the pass. But these are the fundamentals that you gotta. While the ball is bouncing to you, you gotta be stepping out with your left foot so you can face up with a reverse pivot. Jackie needs to be deeper, so we need better spacing so this guy don't steal the ball. So if he wanted to, he could have ran and really caused some problems for us. All right, and then we throw it. Cam got to go score that. All right, so we got to clean up again the fundamentals so we don't travel. All right, so this is a good rep right here. Bounce pass, so Cam can just hop into it and be squared up quickly. So this plays are already better. We're not way out here at the NBA line anymore. All right, so here comes the screen. You come off of it really tight. They're not ready for it. Outside, that's your right foot. Inside, finish, and that's off 2 feet. That's what we want to see consistently. All right, that's a great play right there. Great curl. A lot of skill work showing up in that. It has both good and bad. You sprint up, you set the screen, you slip it, right? But you're at such a bad angle. You probably got to turn so you can see so you got better vision. If you're gonna slip it like that, we usually want the screen happening down this way, right? But so now you're slipping towards like the sidelines, but now you turn your body and then you get it. So fundamentally, you want to just slip and open immediately so you'll have a better so you don't have to turn your body late. So look how late you have to turn your body right here. All right. So just a small thing, but a good result. You found a way to get balance and get your feet under you and still score it off of 2 feet. So no bad there. Come out the screens. All right. So now we're gonna get into closeouts and walling up. All right. And these are things that that fit into more your God-given ability, right? So you're quick and you're quick and athletic. So if you can break down and close out, that'll be good. And you're long, so if you can wall up and make people shoot over you, that'll be good. So you need your body in between the shooter and the basket. All right. So this is a wall up opportunity. He closes out. You just need to get your body straight in front of him because he's doing a runner. You could actually take a charge if need be, but your hand is to the side and your hands don't even go up. So he gets bumped, and then that's gonna be a foul because you're not chest in front. All right. And really, your hands go up, but they go up super late after you shot it. All right, so that's a foul. All right, here's another wall up opportunity. And of course, this is against the bigger team that's attacking the basket a lot more. All right, so just wall up. And right here, get your chest in front of them. Your body turns. And that's going to be an and one. So unless you can get your chest in front of them, you're allowed verticality. You can go straight up. But if you turn your body and bail out, they're going to call a foul. So right there, just get your chest in front of them and go straight up. Right, same thing here. This ball comes out. You need to be thinking, hey, I'm going to live with a pull up mid range because I'm going to wall up and get long. But you keep attacking this guy and your body turns. It turns again. And as soon as it turns, they're going to call a foul on you. These guys are trying to get all the way to the basket. And once you realize that, you could just wall up and stay in between them. And now they got to throw up a really tough shot. So no wall up, hands are down. That's going to be a foul. So there's another foul on you. The lesson I had to learn is I got older in college as a smaller player that started posting me up. I had to learn from post coach that you got to use your legs, not your arms. So right now, your arms are trying to keep him from going to the basket instead of your legs. And if your arms do it, as soon as he spins or slips off, you're going to fall forward. You see how your body fell forward and now he gets a shot at the rim. All right, so let's kind of back that up so you can see. Now, here's a good thing. You sprint back and save the initial possession. All right, that's good. Now when he throws it in, your arms are pushed trying to keep him out of there. Now here's the thing. Once that ball is bouncing out, you got to be running to him to wall up again so he has to shoot over you. And you're late, so now you just go after the ball and then they score. All right, so we'll just watch it in fast. This is an example of your closeout. Now they do make a call at the end of this, but look how fast you're going. He could go by you. Like that's kind of how you close out. You can't close out reckless because then, boom, that guy like in a real game you would have had to drop step, or if the play would have stayed live, you would have had to drop step. He would have had the baseline. So you got to close out more under control and use your length so you don't have to close out so close to him because that'll bother a guy's shot. All right, so this is more communication. So you got this guy who's wide open. I think you realize it. But you got this guy who's middle, and that's where everybody wants to beat any zone. So you need to be telling Cam, hey, you got middle, because that's not going to be your job to come from the bottom and get middle. So you could be ready to get this guy. But you don't have to be in a dead sprint at him. So if you communicate to Cam that, hey, man, hit middle, Cam should see him. He can look right at this guy and see him. But if he has middle covered, then you could go over there. And you're already on a sprint and the ball's not going there. So you got to read the passer where the ball's going. And right now you're in a dead sprint out of position. So now if they miss the shot, you're completely out of rebounding position. All right. So watch it right here. This we're talking should happen. Cam, middle, middle, middle. So that'll allow you to go somewhere else. And this is what I'm talking about use your length. You can't keep your hands down. Again, you don't understand the value of your length. He's lifting. And maybe he knocks it down anyway, but you got to get a hand up. All right, let's watch it again. Hands down, bucket. All right, here's another situation where you could wall up or put your hands up. Either one, but neither happened. You run at them. Technically, they could possibly call a foul if they want to. But look, your hands are down. You're not in front of him in the basket because the back of your head is what you're protecting. So right now, your back of your head is towards the basket on this side down the court. All right. And most refs usually will call that foul. Oh, they did. All right. So let's talk about the other value to walling up. If you wall up, the guy doesn't get past you to get another rebound. You're swinging at the ball. So you go here, you swing. So now his momentum keeps getting to go forward. Where if you walled up, his momentum stops right there in front of you. So guess who ends up getting the rebound? All right, so let's do it again. If you just get your chest in front all the way, then that'll add way more value to us. That guy don't get the rebound, so they get another possession and another foul on our team. Getting some court awareness, poise, ball security type things. Just having a vision of where people are. All right, so first of all, the Dolphins don't leak out. Right, you're way back here, and there's no rebounders. We don't rebound good enough to leak out. So then the ball comes in. So Ethan, you got it. You got to have vision and court awareness. Two guys ran past you to get the ball. You got to know they're still behind you. And then you just lose vision, and then they just take the ball. All right, so let's back it up. Two guys run out of bounds to save the ball. They're still there, and they're still going to jump back in the play. Either give it to a Dolphins immediately or a guard or something, but don't lose sight of where defenders are. All right, now here, it's all about the look. Once you get this ball, it should not be an adventure to throw it to. We have too many open guys. So look, right there, Jacob's just sitting there. You swing your arms. It just don't look clean. All right. So you got to pivot and get that ball out a little quicker. So I'm not nervous. So it's not an adventure to throw an outlet pass. All right, and this one is good court awareness. And this is, I think zones is easier to learn the game, right? Because, you just got those few options and you're learning them. This play kind of proves that. But man to man, there's more things to read. So that's where you got to grow at when we're in man to man. So look, you go short corner, there's a dive guy. We got to work a little bit on accuracy because that's not where the ball should be, but that's a good read. All right, so let's watch it again. As soon as you get there, you see that guy's diving. That's Jacob. And that should be a layup. So good stuff right there. That's a good court awareness and vision. Just got to execute. All right. So right here, you could have took a better shot. Good gear change right there, Cam. Right here, you should be squared up to the basket. But watch when the camera pans over. Your body's already turned this way. All right. So the shot that I might be willing to let you shoot is the one that's a catch and shoot in your balance. All right. But this one I don't like. 1, 2, 3 dribbles. And then it's a contested shot. All right, so that's tough. All right, here, now let's look at what you're missing when we talk about vision and things like that. Calicado's squared up, shot ready right now. So either you just got your mindset on the prize or you just can't see him. But then we got, as you drive, you could hit Nehemiah. That's going to cause a closeout and hopefully a second paint touch. All right, so we're just not having the vision or the poise in this situation to get us into a better shot. All right, so here, again, you just have to have poise so we could have better offense. When you catch the ball here, I don't want you catching the ball 30 feet from the basket and attacking the basket. And again, I tell you, you do all the guard drills that we do at practice. And once you get better at those, then I might allow you to have a rep or two, but definitely not against a team like this yet. All right, so practice is where you show me that you can make this play, not in the game. All right, so then you catch the ball, and I'm like, all right, so let us get set up. We're still in open if we run it. I don't know why Dolphins threw it over there to you that far from the basket. But now you just take off. So there's no poise, and then that is going to be a turnover right now. That's where you are. So you got to make sure you can read these situations and be like, oh, okay, well, let me wait till another guard comes so we can execute something that will attack their defense better. All right, and this is one of those plays that I'm talking about have more poise, right? So Leon's doing a good job denying that top guy the ball. So now we get the steal, and we're off. All right, now Ty's recognizing that there's nothing there, right? They're back. There's no need to attack it. Just be poised, and then let's just get something set up so we can like execute something that's going to be a better shot at the basket. So just real quick, we use our teammates and stuff to learn from, just like I had y'all watch those videos. So this is one of the areas that Ty's getting better at, and you got to just take heed to that as well so we can get better possessions. This is an example of you needing to focus better. This is a timeout. So we call a timeout. Obviously in the timeout, looking at once we come out of it, we're in a 1-3-1. Everybody else is in the timeout, knows we're in a 1-3-1, but you're guarding man to man. So you can't be out of position this much. So you're still guarding this guy right here, and all this is open. So you got to be able to look up the court and be like, oh, well, if everybody else is in it, maybe I need to get on board. Because if one person is out of position, that's what happens. That's the spot you should be in, and now you got to run down there and guard that. All right, and that's probably a foul. They just, didn't call it on us. But you're out of position there, and it's out of a timeout, so we can't do that. All right, so let's just kind of go forward. So remember, we came out timeout. You didn't realize we're in a 1-3-1. Let's let them get the ball. So now we're back. Everybody's back in a 1-3-1, and you're still in the same defense. So it can't take so long because this is the following possession. It can't take so long for you to realize that we're not in man-to-man. So now you run up past these two because you can see the Cam's not guarding a person, right? And this guy's wide open. All right, so we just got to learn to get in position quicker so we know what to do. So you were out of position 2 plays in a row. Got to adapt faster. 2 possessions later, we're dropping back. We're in a 1-3-1 again. All right, and then you're kind of walking up way too high, like you're in man-to-man. All right, so now you're way high. The ball's on this side of the court. You should be on ball side block. And now they just throw it right there to the short corner where you should have been. And then you contest late and out of position. So let's just think about your contest. That's why you got to learn to close out. You're not closing out. The ball is gone, and now you're extending yourself. All right. So that's a bucket because you're out of position again. All right, exact same situation. And actually, we're in Z, so we're trapping corners. So, like, when the ball's on this side, you should be ball side block. And when Jacob comes up, you should take this pass away because that's where they're going to throw it if Jacob leaves this position to go trap. We talk about that. Ball's on this side. So right now you're in the right position, and then for some reason you walk opposite. And now they throw it where you should have been. Like I said, if one person messes up the defense, it all messes up. All right, so now he gets a wide open shot at the 3, and you've only gotten to the short corner, and you're supposed to be the guy closing out there. Now we're in Phoenix. All right, so you're running ball side, but you're running too high. Nobody can throw it to you if you're right next to people. You're supposed to be behind the backboard, so you're there, and you keep, because we got a flasher coming, so then the flasher can't hit you if he catches it if you keep running up. So now you're right up. We can't throw it to you there. You should be back. So when they throw it to you, you could throw that pocket pass that you did. So now we run again, and you run up, and we got a flasher about to run right on top of you. We have a guy that's going to run to the area you're at. So you can't do that and kill spacing because that's what's going to happen. Like, everybody's going to, corral right here because you're there. So Nehemiah, don't throw this pass. If you see 2 guys in the same spot, it's only going to be a turnover. Ethan, I'm watching the video and I'm thinking, okay, we're good. Ethan's at the back. You're not getting enough steals for you to run out of position. So now you run all the way up to take that pass away, and now they just throw it to the bottom and score where you should have been. So guys are Cam's trying to recover for you and make up you being out of position, but it's too late. All right, so you can't keep running up. Your job is to stay back of the zone. So let's get into some of these and get into some of your good plays. This is a block out that I need from you. So you block out, but there's no leg drive. You're getting pushed under. You keep going forward instead of pushing him back. Because once he pushes you under the rim, there's no rebounds to be had. Only thing you get is what's through the net. So make sure you're using your legs to drive back. Just like when you're defending the post, you play defense with your base and not your arms. Look at a lot of your stronger plays. I like, right here. Shot goes up. You immediately meet a guy. Find a guy to meet. Calicado's looking to find a guy to meet. All right, so that's good. We're going to get those rebounds. Or Nehemiah's the beneficiary, right? Because you and Calicado blocked out. All right, good stuff. This might be one of my favorites because you set that screen. the guy's below you, you saw the shots going up, and you just block him in. All right, that's just a good toughness thing. Block him in, get the rebound, put it back. All right, got to finish, but at the end of the day, I like that because you were able to get a rebound from being strong and physical and using your athleticism. I like when you're using your God-given ability. All right, here's one of your finishes. I like the way you're able to kind of get your body back under control and then go score over the top off 2 feet. This is a good one to go into your team plays. We get a bounce pass, catchable bounce pass from Adolphus, a hard curl, outside, inside finish. It's great. This is a good one because you got a rebound out of your area. You went and got it. Floater, miss, jump up and get it. And then you take a dribble into his body, right? And then go up. All right. I mean, again, you want to work on touch, but hey, get the fundamental stuff like bodying up, jumping off 2, being physical, and then the makes will start taking care of themselves. All right, like I said, you have a lot more fundamental plays on here than I realized. Screen, catch it clean, and that was a better screen and kind of a non-backboard angle because of where you got thrown. So you're right there. Oh, you probably could have used the backboard, but you're right in front of the rim for a finish. So that's just good touch. Come out the screen clean, finish, nice. This is a really nice play by Jackie, but good hands. Catch, clean catch, and then you score. Good stuff right there. And way to be short corner. So remember I was telling you, don't get so high. This is why you want to stay behind them so this pass can happen. All right, easy bucket. Way to be in position, ready to score. All right, and we'll end with this one. This is good because you go and get us an extra possession. Calicato misses, gets us a possession, show some poise, getting the ball out. You didn't force a shot up amongst 2 people, and then you're behind the zone, dribble and reverse layup. All right, I saved this one for last because this absolutely is my favorite. All right, so good stuff right there. Like I said, look at your strengths. Hopefully, like in this video, you could see I didn't put a lot of video where I show where you could have used more energy, but most of it had to do with your positioning, right? You got to learn to wall up better. You're going to be a huge service to this team if you start doing that on purpose, but you got to be mindful of it if you're going to start doing it because it's not a habit. You got to use your length. All right. Again, like I told you, your attitude's always great. I can get on you however I want. You're going to respond. You're going to take it the right way. But in your positioning, you got to be thinking on the court and not just running around. If you're thinking, then I think you'll be in better position for us to succeed because teams score when you're out of position defensively, obviously. And those are how you start their runs, letting players get wide open shots. But then on the offensive end, we can't execute if you're out of position. So when you're in position, I think these last few plays showed that we can really make some good things happen. All right, good stuff, man. Make sure you watch the video multiple times, get it really ingrained into your mind and hopefully your game. And then I'll see you soon.